The film's story begins in 1910 Egypt, showing us a lost spirit in the desert holding a dagger in one hand, giving it to his son as if searching for his child, while in the other hand he held an old statue. It is shown that he himself caused his son's death. It wasn't that he didn't love his son, he didn't want to kill his son at all, but at that time he was possessed by a demon connected to the statue. Therefore, this spirit was reunited with his son. This spirit regretted what he had done, so he took his own life with the same dagger he used on his son, ending his guilt here along with the dagger and the statue. The scene cuts to many years later in 2003, where in California we see a strange, horrifying burnt house inside which a child lives with his mother. At this time, he is very scared and hides under the table. He believes that his mom is a monster who scares him every night and he wants to get rid of her. The police were not fully convinced by his words when suddenly his mother appeared here emitting strange and horrible sounds. This confirmed that she was either not human but a monster or at least possessed by a monster because she displayed very strange and horrifying movements. Her body was almost completely twisted, her face horribly disfigured. Because she was scaring her son this time after hearing her sweet voice, Mikey stepped forward and Abigail began to scare him again. This time we see Abigail's completely blackened eyes, she truly was not human. At this time she neither kills nor harms Mikey but sits beside him to watch TV. When the channel changes, we see news about Mikey himself and from here the whole story changes because Mikey, who had been kidnapped 9 months earlier, was still being searched for, alive or dead, by his mother and the police, but Mikey had not been found yet. Even more surprisingly, Mikey's photo was being shown on TV at this time. Since Mikey needed to call the police, within a few moments police arrive and begin knocking on the door. Abigail realizes there's a threat for her here and tells Mikey to hide because the monster is outside. When Abigail asks them why they have come, they explain they arrived following the child's call. Abigail says no child is here, but the officers do not listen and enter the house where toys are scattered everywhere. Suddenly, Abigail vanished from their sight and then the officers started hearing noises inside the house, accompanied by Abigail's terrifying laughter. Even the officers got scared and called for backup to find Abigail. Seeing this, the officers drew their guns, yet the sounds on the other side still disturbed them. It was clear Abigail forcefully wanted to play with Mikey, but Mikey did not want to play with her. Abigail's condition was very bad. Before the sheriff could tell anyone, Abigail appeared dancing strangely in front of him. At this time, we see her eyes were white, clearly indicating she was either not human. Despite all this, Mikey was afraid of Abigail but still refused to accept her as his mother. After this, Abigail smiled at Mikey, and at that moment we saw both her teeth and eyes completely blackened. To know Abigail's story, the movie goes back a year and shows Abigail's family, which was normal, but recently her mother had divorced. Abigail's mother cared deeply for both daughters. They were in dire need of money and under stress. Amidst all this, they found the same artifact, the same statue we saw at the start of the movie. Abigail's mother knew this was very dangerous. She believed it was a portal between hell and the world from where a demon named Bulbazu could come, and this demon was an enemy of children and must be kept away from them. She warned Abigail's mother about keeping the artifact away from children. The demon would prey on children to create more demons, and its powers were immense. But Abigail's mother did not believe these words, and while listening, she opened the artifact, releasing smoke which was actually the demon. The demon started possessing her body forcibly. At that time her body was no longer her own but possessed by a demon. Later her mother threatened her that if she revealed this to anyone she would be killed. Abigail didn't give much attention and went to sleep, but her eyes opened and she saw the demon biting her feet. By that time the demon had fully arrived and Now a demon had entered the house and Abigail felt the demon inside her womb. She did not want to bring this child into the world because she knew it would cause great evil. After saying this, the phone cut and the possessed father came after her. She was surprised how her father found out, but at that time the father wasn't himself, he was possessed by the demon and told her. The demon bit Abigail's hand badly but said this was not her punishment. The punishment was that what happened to Abigail would now happen to her younger sister Alice. But Abigail did not want that, so she resisted the demon. Since that day, Abigail started saving children, first one, then two, then three. Abigail tried to protect them one by one, but the demon was first pleased with the three children's fate, so it used Abigail to kill those children through her. The demon did not kill Mikey because to it, Mikey was the child who could complete its purpose. Mikey was already attracted to darkness, making him an easy target. The scenes then show that the child Mikey became the demon's prey. Abigail wanted to save Mikey, but when she could not fight the demon's possession and feared she would fail to save him, she finally took her own life. The news of Abigail's death, along with the deaths of the sheriff and three children, became a terrifying nightmare that scared the whole town. Then, the scene cuts to 20 years later where we see what Mikey used to say to Abigail, and the book cover was a drawing made by Mikey where he was hiding from Abigail and his own mother was shown standing very far away in the drawing. In this drawing, three children are also depicted. Here, it is revealed that Alice is a major psychic activist who believes that people's behavior reflects their past. She explains that when Mikey began accepting Abigail as his mother, it was also a big. She appears on TV to tell Mikey and Abigail's story and even apologizes to Mikey in her interview, which was covered by major news channels. Even a prominent journalist, Jennifer, took part, aiming just to. When Mikey sees this, he gets angry, and we also see another entity near Mikey, revealing that it is none other than the demon. Since Mikey returned, he has never accepted his real mother as his mother. The psychiatrists treating Mikey gave an interview blaming his violent trauma for these problems. A strange fact is that the documentary also included an interview with a friend of Abigail's father who researched the artifact and explained that it is a door to hell that must not be opened. People who grow up to be criminals, 97% of them had some trauma in childhood caused by bad experiences. Alice believes that if children who suffer trauma are not treated, they become criminals. She also said in her interview that if Mikey was not properly treated, he would commit major crimes. Sitting and listening to this interview, Alice realized how much Mikey had suffered. She sees a child dressed in Alvin's costume standing at her door, refusing to listen but still gives him candy. Then, Alice closes the door and goes to sleep, dreaming of her sister Abigail and the same child Alice had just given chocolates to grew up suddenly when she looked at him, and Alice realizes that the child was never human. It was a demon from the beginning. To save her life, Alice quickly took out her gun, concealed it, and approached Mikey calmly. As a psychiatrist, she knew how to handle situations well. She asked Mikey why he was here. Mikey was still believing Abigail was his mother, who he had called mother because he never stopped seeing Abigail as such. Alice asked who would kill her and who was after her. Mikey cried and told her that the demon wanted to destroy everything, but he would not allow that. He was afraid of the demon and asked Alice to become his mother so that together they could fight all evil thoughts. Hearing this, Alice was shocked, but Mikey also sensed coming under the demon's influence and was very scared. Flashbacks show the night Abigail killed herself and the demon left Abigail's body and then possessed Mikey to kill the sheriff. In the present, the demon again possesses Mikey, and when Alice's friend arrives at her house, Mikey stops him like the sheriff. When all this news reached Jennifer that Mikey had killed another person like before, she immediately told her team to bring Alice for an interview, seeing it as a good opportunity to get ratings. She still did not believe Mikey was human. When Jennifer reached the studio, she saw everything was chaos, and Mikey was there dressed in his Halloween costume, covered in blood with a noose around his neck and a gun in hand. By the time Jennifer arrived, Mikey was ready to accept her too, but to save herself, Jennifer played a trick and her assistant introduced her to Mikey as. But all this wasn't easy because the demon was after Mikey to kill humans without fulfilling its purpose as yet. So the demon ordered Mikey to stab Jennifer with a knife. And now Mikey was about to kill Alice when Jennifer stood up, grabbed Mikey's knife, stabbed Mikey's face, and finally Mikey was killed and the demon who was Mikey. Meanwhile, the threat of the demon entering this world and wreaking havoc was looming. For now, we see Alice straightforwardly, whose research revealed that Mikey had experienced trauma and now as an adult.